Dear students, welcome to my first class on Module 3, Probability Distributions. In this module, we're gonna learn about what is random variables, types of random variables like discrete random variables and continuous random variables, how to find mean, variance and standard deviation with respect to discrete random variables and continuous random variables, and some special distributions such as binomial distribution, Poisson distribution with respect to discrete random variables, and also exponential distribution, normal distribution with respect to continuous random variables. In this lecture video, we're gonna learn about some basic concepts of probability theory and random variables, types of random variables. What is random variables? Before learning about random variables, we have to know some basic concepts of probability theory, such as what is random experiment, what is an event, and what is a sample space. Random experiment. An experiment which gives different outcomes when it is performed repeatedly. So those kind of experiments will be called as a random experiment. For example, tossing a coin and throwing a die is an examples for random experiments. So in a tossing a coin one time, we can note that we'll be getting two possible outcome, either head or tail. Similarly, in throwing a die experiments, we'll be getting six outcomes like either phase 1, either phase 2, either phase 3, either phase 4, either phase 5, either phase 6. So like that. So these kind of experiments will be called as a random experiment. Event. An event is a part of an experiment which has outcomes. Example, tossing a coin is an experiment. Getting the outcomes like head or tail is an event. Example number 2, throwing a die is an experiment and getting the outcomes like 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 is an event. Example number 3, from a pack of 52 cards, drawing any two cards is an experiment and getting the outcome of king and queen card is an event. Sample space. The set of all possible outcomes of a random experiment is called sample space and it is denoted by the notation capital S. And all the elements of sample space are called sample points. For example, in tossing a coin twice, the possible outcomes will be getting head head, head tail, tail head, tail tail. So now grouping all these possible outcomes in a single platform like this, S is equal to head head, head tail, tail head and tail tail. So this kind of grouping will be called as a sample space. Next concept is probability. The term probability is defined for its randomness and its uncertainty mathematically. And if m is a number of favorable cases and n is the total number of events, then the probability of happening of an event E is denoted by the notation P of E, and it is defined by P of E is equal to m by n. So where m is nothing but number of favorable cases and n is nothing but total number of outcomes. Example, in throwing a die once, the possible outcomes will be 6 and the sample space will be equal to S is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So total we are having 6 outcomes. So now I am going to find the following. Then the probability of getting odd numbers. So in the sample space we have 1, 3, 5. So 3 odd numbers we are having. So I am going to choose these 3 odd numbers out of total 6 outcomes. That is 3 by 6. So I'll be getting the value 1 by 2. Random variable. In a random experiment, if a real variable is associated with every outcome of a sample space. Then it is called random variable or stochastic variable. The random variables are usually denoted by the notation capital X, capital Y, capital Z and so on, and the set of all real numbers of a random variable X is called the range of X. So grouping all the all the values of the random variable in a single platform will be called as a range of X. Example, if we toss a coin, the possible outcomes will be either head or tail. So therefore, the sample space S contains two sample points, that is head as well as tail. So that is, we have S is equal to head comma tail. So now if I define the function X such that X is equal to 1 when the sample space having the outcome head, and the same X is equal to 0 when the sample space has having the outcome tail. So now grouping this outcome like X is equal to 0 comma 1 is called the range of the random variable X. Types of random variables. So mainly we have two types of random variable. The first one is discrete random variable and second one is continuous random variable. Now we'll see what is discrete random variable and what is continuous random variable. Discrete random variable. The random variable X is a discrete random variable if X can take only finite number of values in any finite observation interval. It means that the random variable X taking only finite number of values. So these kind of random variables will be called as a discrete random variable or countable random variables. Example, tossing a coin and observing the outcomes. Continuous random variable. A random variable X will be called as a continuous random variable if X takes only uncountable values or infinite number of values. So those kind of random variables will be called as a continuous random variable. Example, the noise voltage generated by an electronic amplifier has a continuous amplitude. Therefore, the sample space S of the noise voltage amplitude is a continuous. A small note on discrete and continuous random variable. For discrete random variable, we need to use only probability mass function, that is PMF. So in some cases, we'll be using the PDF also. Second note, the cumulative distribution function CDF of a discrete random variable is a discontinuous function of its independent variables. Third note, for continuous random variable, we need to use a probability density function only, that is PDF. Fourth note, the cumulative distribution function CDF of a continuous random variable is a continuous function of its independent variables. What is CDF or cumulative distribution function? The cumulative distribution function CDF of a random variable X is the probability that a random variable X takes a value less than or equal to X. That is, Fx of X is equal to P of X, which is less than or equal to X. So this formula will be using to find the cumulative distribution functions in the case of random variables. Properties of cumulative distribution function. As cumulative distribution function is defined as Fx of X is equal to P of X less than or equal to X, and we know that the value of P of X is bounded between 0 and 1. It implies that 0 less than or equal to X, Fx of X also less than or equal to 1. It means that the CDF value varies between 0 and 1 or bounded between 0 and 1. Property number 2, Fx of minus infinity will be equal to 0 and Fx of infinity will be equal to 1. So it is nothing but here we have to note that this x is equal to minus infinity means no possible event. And also we know that P of X less than or equal to minus infinity will be equal to 0. Hence we can say the CDF function Fx of minus infinity also will be equal to 0. And at the point x is equal to infinity means it includes all the possible events. That is, the value of p of x less or equal to infinity will be equal to 1. It implies the CDF function fx of infinity will be equal to 1. Third property, the CDF function at the point x1 and which is less than or equal to the CDF function at the point x2 only if the condition x1 is less than or equal to x2. Okay, in the next lecture video, we'll be discussing the problems on discrete random variables and continuous random variables. Thank you.